Hey, welcome to the channel. My name is Charles. This is Make Movies Now. We're going to learn how to do some tutorials, some video editing tips, tricks, and ideas about filmmaking, video editing, and how to be a better videographer. So, hope you enjoy the channel, hope you enjoy the show. If you want to see more content that I upload, make sure to subscribe button below, the bell notification, make sure you get notified every time I upload content. Hit the like button below, comment and below, and share the video with somebody. It really helps the channel out. So today let's dive into DaVinci Resolve 16.2.7 and figure out how I can do this mask effect in the color page. Let's dive into DaVinci. So here we are in DaVinci Resolve 16.2.7. We're going to show you how to do the water cutting effect in DaVinci Resolve. I've got my clip here. I use this video clip on a tripod. What you're going to do is have the water run for a little bit. You're going to act like you're cutting the water. Let the water run a little bit longer here. And then you'll turn the water off. This is called a clean plate. We're going to use this as the background here. So we get a little bit of video clips here. To sell the effect, put something underneath it to make it look again as if the water has been cut off. And here's what we'll do. With the clip in video on timeline, we're going to hit the B button to get our blade tool. You can also find the blade tool here in the menu section. And we're going to clip off right here. So after you made the clip, you're going to move the video clip over to the other timeline. Move the silent audio over as well. And you want to scrub this a little bit. Let's get this audio out. It's going to be kind of annoying. You can click D on your keyboard to disable that audio clip. So you want to scrub the timeline a little bit here, right to the point where you cut the water, which is right here. Bring this clip over. So real quick, hit the space bar. You'll see it's going to cut to the other clip. Right after the water cuts, that's perfect. Bring this audio over here. And now with these two on top of each other, we're going to create a hole with this top layer to only show this bottom part. But we're still going to have this other layer have the water effect flowing at the top. So this effect can be done in the Fusion page. It also can be done in the Color tab. Today we're going to use the Color tab. A little bit easier for this effect. So come on over here. And then once we're in the Color tab, you've got your video in the viewfinder in the middle. You should be able to scroll in and out with your scroll button here. And if you hold down the scroll button, you can move the picture around a little bit. Fun fact, if your mouse is not working like mine is, then you're able to do the same effect if you hold down Control and scroll, or the Alt button and scroll. Much easier if your keyboard, much easier if your mouse scroll is working, but there are some workarounds. So with this, what we're going to want to have is the timeline at the bottom here, again, just for reference. So on the top left, you can click on Timeline since mine's not showing. And what we're going to do is have the top clean plate selected here. Move this out a bit. And then on the right side, if you're new to DaVinci Resolve, DaVinci Resolve has a node-based system. It's kind of like a layer-based system, but instead of layers like you see one on top of each other, like on the edit page, we're going to use these nodes here. So with the node selected, what we're going to want to do is create an alpha output. So you're going to right-click in the space here, add alpha output, and then you're going to connect these two blue dots together. So that way any changes, any effects that we add to this clip will then show through to the other clip. So in the middle section here, we're going to go over our window tab, and we're going to create or use the pen tool to create that mask or create that hole. So you can just go around here just for the initial mask. So now you see as we created the mask, on the right side you're going to see what the hole is. And so with this mask, we actually created the rest of the clip has now been deleted. You can see all that in the gray section here. The only thing that's showing through is what we have inside of this shape. If you wanted to, you can also invert this. If you've got the opposite clips together, or for other effects that you want to do, you can just go down to the bottom left here and hit the invert button to invert that mask as well. What we're going to try to have is just the top clip show through. So right where I'm cutting off the water here, you're going to bring this up to make it look like that's being cut. Bring this off screen here. Perfect. And then hit the space bar. I should go back a little bit. The space bar, and you'll see we created that cut effect. The problem here, as you can see, is that my hand will come through and it kind of cuts off the hand in just a minute. So we got to change this window to make sure it looks as if my hand is coming through as well. So go back into this clip. The way to do this is we have this shape, this object here, this window, and these are different points in the window. We're going to create a keyframe so the computer will save this particular spot, this particular frame, and then we're going to create another keyframe a little bit later on, and so it'll slowly animate or move or change as the clip continues. So we've got the clip here. On the lower right of the keyframes, we're going to add a keyframe. Just this. So you can see the keyframes now have been added. We're going to go a little bit longer here, right before my hand comes in, right there. And then we're going to change this point. And as we're making this change, you can see another keyframe was added. I'm going to use the control button and the scroll wheel since my mouse is broken here. And so we'll see what that effect looks like. Spacebar, it's going to animate, it's going to make that open so my hand can come in. It's not quite perfect yet because my hand at the top here has been cut off. So what we're going to need to do is animate this a little more. Go back to this keyframe here. We're going to add an extra, we're just going to move this one up a little bit. So I'll see this effect again. That didn't work here. Let's try it another time. So we'll highlight here, click on these, and then we'll move this up so it references that keyframe. And not quite perfect yet. So let's try it again. Add this here. Not quite there. Bring this up one more time. Now let's try this here. There we go. And then at the end of the clip, you can see my hand over here is turning the water off. So we want to make sure to cut that part off, because of course that would not make the effect look so good. So we'll go over here just before I turn it off and hit the B for your blade and cut this part off here. We're going to hit this backspace to get rid of that. And we got the water. And we're going to cut this part here as well. So here we are. Let me change this here. We're going to add a point here to get this audio out. There we go. Alright. There we go. Now you can clean this up a little bit more because you can see the point where I cut the water and where that window isn't quite spot on. So you can go back in here and kind of adjust this a little bit to make it look a little bit better. And another thing you can do to make it look so it's not so clean cut here is in the color tab. So you can create the feathering effect or soften the edges a little bit by going to the inside and outside. This will create a secondary point on your window, and you can adjust these a little bit too. So this just makes it a little bit not as harsh. Kind of get it softened up a little bit. Let's try it again. There we go. That's a little better. The audio will give it away. You gotta cut that here. Or you know what? Let's just do this. There we go. Yeah, close enough. You get the idea. Hey, thanks a lot for watching. I apologize for the hat. I have a really bad hair day today, but if you like what you saw, make sure to like button below. Subscribe if you want to see more. Hit the bell notifications to get notified every time I upload content to the channel. And drop a comment in the comment section below. See you next time.